Enforcer.
I believe they're called enforcers, Gordon. I sell women's shoes.
And the Stallion.
Stallion, baby! I am not what you would call a handsome man. I'll kick you in the nuts and you'll smile at me and like it all night long.
Welcome back to another edition of the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast. We are your host. He is the Stallion. I am the Enforcer. And we are on the cusp of the WWE SummerSlam weekend. How's that? Is that
Summerfest?
Summer, more like Summer Sham. Am I right?
Summer Scam.
Summer Slam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we said that one. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Are you getting your juices flowing? Huh? You excited for that? Huh? Summer Slam? No. That is a. This is why we probably should have done a video one, because your deadpan disgust for everything living, breathing, ever lived, ever will breathe, never breathed, and anything
with blood flowing and circulating.
Okay.
In whatever it is that blood circulates in different species.
Fair to say you had a rough day.
I mean, it's more than.
Rough couple hours?
Yeah.
Rough couple of days?
Couple of
months?
34 years.
34
plus.
years strong.
Yeah.
You know what else has been going on for 34 years? No, I got nothing. SummerSlam maybe? No. 30 years?
SummerSlam was started in 1988.
88, so
this is the
29th.
30th? 30th SummerSlam? Perhaps?
29th, maybe? I'm going to have to see how that math works out.
Yeah.
Can you talk while I count?
Get the abacus out. Carry the 1. 1988 to 2017.
Damn it, I already... Stupid.
Too many numbers?
Too many numbers.
It's been a lot of SummerSlams, let's put it that way. And,
yeah.
We have one on Sunday from our backyard of Brooklyn.
Frankly, I'd like to go out and I would like to thank Vince, Kevin Dunn, and Triple H for the press passes that we got. I know it was tough. It was between us and ESPN, and after long, hard consideration, they decided that the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast should have gotten the nod, if you will. So we will be there live backstage the whole night.
Do I have to pay $125 to get an autograph from Dean Ambrose again this year, or is that something that's not part of the press pass?
That's not part of the press pass.
Okay.
If you want, you could meet Becky Lynch at Barnes and Noble's. Picture and autograph are only $170.
Okay.
So it's see if there's a Groupon for that. Maybe you can get her on a Groupon. Not her per se, but the event on a Groupon.
Does she have a book that she's signing?
No.
So she's just appearing in a Barnes and Noble bookstore.
Oh, I lied. Toys R Us. She's a Toys R Us.
Us.
I got an email from Ticketmaster letting me know of all the deals I could take advantage of in the area. I've yet to see one deal because it's ridiculous. $175. $175, but I come with a happy birthday message because tomorrow's my birthday. Actually, the day after is my birthday. I lied. So that's escape that one, right? Nobody wants a happy birthday from Dean Ambrose.
No.
Maybe Renee Young.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know
probably.
what kind of relationship they have. So.
Well, on top of WWE SummerSlam, we've got NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3 going on. And that's kind of it. I kind of expect there to be some more independent shows this weekend, considering they did that with WrestleMania and they had WrestleFest weekend. I'm calling everything Fest now.
Fest, yeah. I think Ring of Honor has a show on Saturday, but that's from the UK. And then I don't know if there's other ones. I know Evolve, I think, had shows last weekend, so I don't know if they're doing shows again this weekend. I don't know about that. So, yeah, those are the only ones that I kind of know of off the top of my head. Obviously, Impact Wrestling has Destination X tomorrow night on TV.
That I'm excited for.
So, yeah, that should be...
I think today's Thursday because it was podcast on the Thursday.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the roundup.
Okay. Well, I guess we could touch on Raw and SmackDown just very, very quickly to see the bullet points going into this weekend. What happened on Raw? We had more Enzo Amore, man. I'm really looking forward to the big show and big cast. How do you feel about that?
Enzo annoys me. So I have, and Big Show is terrible, and Cass is not good. So I have no interest in that match at all. Was I supposed to feign excitement for that?
If we're gonna live up to this press pass hype, I'm gonna need you to, kind of do the right thing. Just be a company man.
Okay.
How excited are you for what else happened on Raw? That was big news. Oh, the return of the Demon, huh? Also, not interested. Okay, Strike 2. What else happened on Raw?
Ambrose and Rollins, I guess whatever you call reunited officially, if you want to call it that.
I was actually a big fan of that segment. How'd you feel? I'm afraid to ask.
No, I think that's the storyline's been pretty well done, and the crowd has been pretty into it, and they reacted pretty well when they finally, fist bumped or whatever it is.
That was more like a fist rub. That was an awkward fist bump. Yeah. Never want to be fist rubbed.
Yeah.
I did that once in college. It was brutal.
Anyway, so that storyline's pretty cool, I think. I'm sure that match will be good on Sunday. Those are pretty much the main things. Was there something else that happened on Raw that we forgot
Neville,
about?
yeah.
The Cruiserweight Championship,
yeah.
If that's considered something significant, then certainly.
Maybe next time, maybe I could bring you a coffee. Maybe caffeine will, give us a little more positive attitude, because I just slugged a Bang energy drink to the face, so I've have some good energy. 375 mgs of the old caffeine ski. I question the two questions I have. A, why would you put 5 days before your big quote-unquote pay-per-view, quote-unquote event, whatever you want to call it, why would you make 2 matches for Raw and give them time when you're just going to have them on the pay-per-view? You have Neville lose the title to Tozawa, thank you. I was going to say Tommy because I'm looking at his name right now. And then you also have Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor. And they both got a lot of time, and they kind of showcased everything they could do. And I just don't know if it's a good idea going into the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, I could venture guesses as to why they did them, but
I'm interested. What do you got?
Well, the Cruiserweight match, I'm going to say, that match, the rematch is now on the pre-show. So my guess is maybe they decided that match was going to make the main card, and if they wanted to switch the title, maybe they decided to do it on Raw and more people would be watching versus a pre-show where less people would be watching, and they wanted the title change to occur there. It's a guess. I don't know.
It's actually a really good idea, yeah.
And I think someone else I remember reading like a recap suggested they should have changed the title on 205 Live because it would maybe given people a reason to watch that show with the title change, which also makes sense. But again, if not a lot of people were watching that, maybe they wanted to put the title change in a spot where more people were watching. That's for that match. For the Balor Bray Wyatt match, my only guess is that they just wanted to come up with a reason to have Balor become the Demon or whatever on Sunday. Did they need to have him lose a match to do that? Probably not. They could have done it other ways if he was going to do the bloodbath thing or whatever it was. But that's
so many other ways. Have Balor beat anybody, give him a little bit of good heat going into the pay-per-view, and then break him out. I just don't. Did you like the match?
With the Cruiserweight match?
Either one.
The Cruiserweight match seemed pretty good. I don't think the Balor Wyatt thing I didn't really strike me in one direction or another. It was kind of there. Yep, exactly how I look at it. Anything else on Raw that caught your eye? Not that I can recall.
Fair enough. SmackDown, admittedly, I have not yet watched. It is Wednesday. It's been a very long week for the old Enforski, but I didn't see anything on SmackDown yet. I do know what happened. I know what happened with Baron Corbin, the latest man to cash in the Money in the Bank and unfortunately not win it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing going into the pay-per-view?
Well, I think a lot of people, myself included, were speculating that Corbin was going to cash in after the Nakamura Jinder Mahal title match on Sunday. So it kind of takes that out of the equation. So it's probably not a good thing that he lost on the show before, because at least there was some added intrigue of that in a match with Nakamura and Jinder Mahal that is probably not going to be all that great, and I'm not sure it has a lot of buzz around it. So taking out the potential of a Corbin cash-in probably hurts the overall presentation of what they could do in that match, I guess. Not that, again, whatever people's feelings are about Corbin, like him or not, Just the possibility of a cash-in, I guess, there, added a little intrigue to it. Now that's no longer an option.
Okay. Yeah. And again, reading reports, they say Corbin. They lost faith in Corbin as a main event player. Fair or unfair?
Well, so the reason I heard was that he was mouthing off on Twitter to some people, including Dave Meltzer and somebody in the military. That was the reason I heard. And then as punishment, they had him lose the briefcase.
Oh, I had read a report that says because of his recent feud with John and his inability to carry a promo segment, they kind of lost faith in him as a main event guy.
Well, I should have figured that out before they gave the briefcase, right? I mean,
I agree with you completely. There were so many other guys in that match who could have benefited more from the briefcase, and it just it kind of... He didn't get the rub from having the briefcase. He didn't get the title. And I just feel like, either you stick with it a little bit longer, or, I don't know. It's just a waste of Money in the Bank, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they didn't. Obviously, he only held it for 2 months, maybe, and then he had the shot. He lost immediately, and now it's gone for until the next year. So it is kind of a waste of it. And you said he's the third person, right, to ever cash in and not win.
It was him, Cena, and who else?
Sandow,
right? Mizdow or Sandow?
I think it was pre-Mizdow, I believe.
Pre-Mizdow. Funny you just mentioned Damian Sandow. I haven't heard from him in a while. We would like to remind you that the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by the Damage 365 Radio Network.
WWE superstar Damian Sandow, now known as Aaron Stevens, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio. Keep it tuned. You're welcome.
And we're back. And not only could we be found on the Damage 365 Radio Network, you could find us over on ProWrestling.com, on Twitter, on Instagram at AllNightLongWP, and Facebook.com/AllNightLongWP. Now, where were we? Talking about SmackDown. What else do we miss? Did I miss? Nothing?
No, I mean, they did something similar with AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and Shane McMahon. This time, Owens super kicked Shane McMahon by accident. So similar, I think last week AJ Styles hit him by accident. So that was just a promo segment there. And Natalya beat Becky Lynch just to give her a little extra momentum going into the women's title match. The Usos beat the New Day, but it was not the combination of New Day that they're going to face on Sunday at the pay-per-view. So I think that was probably the bulk of it, unless you want to talk about the Fashion Peaks.
I haven't watched Fashion Peaks. I like Twin Peaks, so that's actually what I'm most excited to see on SmackDown. So I'll reserve my judgment on that till next week. Of course, the NXT show is tonight. I just read what was on the NXT show. I forget already. Not
episode?
A spoiler, yeah. Just what they were going to do on the show.
Isn't it Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre tonight?
Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. That's what it was. So now I guess... so Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre, and if Roderick Strong beats Drew McIntyre, then he gets a shot at the NXT champion the week after NXT Takeover, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we might as well just hop... anything else to talk about on Raw and SmackDown?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Let's hop right into NXT Takeover. You know what we do? We need a drop for our predictions. Like an audio drop?
Like a toilet bowl flushing?
You know, buddy, I'm going to...
Well, this is just a suggestion.
It's a rough suggestion.
If you have other ideas, we can work's-shop them offline. During our pre-show meetings.
Maybe we should workshop those offline.
All right. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's work on that. So let's get to... right now, we have 5 matches announced for NXT TakeOver. We'll just go down in... a frog in the old enforcer's throat. Let's go down in order. The first opening match is Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Almas in a singles match. There's zero reason why Johnny Gargano should lose this match. I don't care who's coming to the ring with Almas. If it is